And hold on, let me turn this fire off. I don't need this on. I got a few things that I need to get off my chest. Let me turn this on chant down a little bit too. I don't know why sometimes I turn this on chant down and I go to sleep, and when I wake up, it's louder. I don't know if the angels are in my house. That's my workout mat. Anyway, I just wanted to make some things clear because my last live was a bit intense, and sometimes I get very upset because of all these years of seeing our own race, our own people just treat each other so bad. I mean, we as the Nagaru race, we have to do better. But I totally understand the meaning behind many are called and few are chosen. For those of you who don't know, this tribe is a spiritual journey. The master teacher always said, a long walk on a short path, and he used to quote this scripture in the book of Matthew about two paths that people walk on. One path is broad and leadeth to destruction, and the other path is narrow that very few walk on. I do what I do, and I go live and I put evidence on my wall. I let you all listen to tapes, recordings of me and the master teacher, and I don't have to do that. And then there are people that come back like Uma York and say that I'm lying. I'm not lying. You heard her father say that she's crazy. You heard other people say that as well, that she's not dealing with a full deck, and you have a lot of people in this tribe. The master teacher used to say years ago that this doctrine attracts a lot of crazy people. And I go live so you all can see my face, so you can see the face that matches so you all can see the face that matches the voice, and then when I do that, you people still get disrespectful, and because of that, I may not do that anymore. In fact, the next time I go live, I'm gonna do the flyer out. The next person up for exposure is Prince York and his mother, Shalimar Richardson. Okay, they are next in line. Now, one thing I do not do is I do not talk about things that I don't know. If I don't know about anything, I'm not going to talk about it. I do not talk about things that I don't know, because if I don't know, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to teach about anything that I don't know. If I haven't read it and it's not coming confirmed from the master hand, the pen of the master, excuse me, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm sorry, I just finished drinking my tea. We rise lifting others. I drink my tea every morning before I begin my day. I mean, it's kind of late today. But there's some things that I need to talk to you all about, and hopefully this message will get around. First of all, I want to say this. I'm not a liar. I don't have to lie on Uma York, okay? I don't have to make stories up about people because she didn't come on my live. First of all, I don't even go live all the time. And when I do go live, it's to expose the liars and the things that people did to Dr. Melakazi York. How would you feel if your family, now don't y'all sit up here and act like your family is so good and you grew up in such a great family and, y'all live like the Brady Bunch. Those are all lies and illusions, okay? This is a reality. We live our tribe is about reality. You plant a seed, it needs water, it needs sun, it needs to be fermented to grow. And that's reality, okay? So That's why when I go live, I make sure I put things on my wall so you all can understand and see the pictures. Then I let you hear me and the master teacher talking. No one else in the tribe is doing this for you. I ask for little or nothing and get nothing in return. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some people in the tribe that are reaching out to help me, and I really appreciate it. And you're not going to, look, you're not going to lose helping me, okay? Because everybody else is playing games and they're lying to you. I told you all, if you want to know what's going on with the master teacher, that Carla Thomas, who lives at 717 Bushwick Avenue, and Cheryl Ann St. Clair is her name. She lives on 717 Bushwick Avenue. Those two sisters are going up to visit Dr. Malachi York. I said, if y'all want to know what's going on, especially if you live in Brooklyn, go over to the store and ask them what's going on. Don't let them be vague and push you off. You have a right to know because we're a tribe. Don't let people that have don't let people that are not that have a child with Dr. Malachi York, or that have a status in a bookstore, don't let them make you feel like you can't question them. Because what has the master teacher done all his life? He comes out front and he set up a question and answer class and says, now question me. I dare you to question me and I will answer all of your questions. He said, I'm here to right the wrong. You understand? So my thing is, if you all want to know what's going on with Dr. Malachi York, go and question the people that are y'all sending your money to. Now, I want to break something down to you, but I didn't send it to my other phone. Man. But anyway, I'll share it in my next live when I go live. Like I said, the next person up for exposure is Prince York and his mother, Shalimar Richardson. And if they don't like it too freaking bad, okay, you should have just did the right thing, because Dr. York does not deserve to be locked up in there, living like, under unhumane conditions. Yeah, now he's okay. He's strong. He said he feel like Superman. The last time I spoke to him, he said he feels stronger than Superman. Rahubat Nafir ba Re'eta Amunte. So the thing is, Prince York and his mother's up next, and then after that, I'm going down the list. And as I told y'all from my previous recordings, that they all going to get it one by one. They're all going to be exposed for what they did to this man, to our brother, our intergalactical brother, Dr. Malachi York, Panabab Yanun. Okay? He is a great spiritual teacher and God, and he came to help people. And he doesn't deserve to be in prison like this for all these years and mistreated by his family. Now, there's a prayer called the Prayer of Amun. I'm going to read that too, because in that prayer, he says, from his own words, from his pen, that it was my own family. He said, we used to eat together, walk together, pray together. He said, before my life, he said he didn't not know that it magnified inside them, that they hated him. See, what does it mean when a person says magnify inside a person? That when you take a magnifying glass, you have to take a magnifying glass to see something so small, to make it bigger in your eyes. So he's saying that it was magnified inside of them, that you couldn't see it on the surface. So, you have a lot of people in this tribe. They do that. They do things on the surface. They make you think that they got this great love for Baba and all this other stuff. And, they care about him and his life, and they don't. So now, back to Uma York. It was told to me that yesterday she was on the Brothers Phase 1 internet forum, and she said that I'm lying. First of all, you heard her father say that she's a liar. You also heard her father say that her and her sister Leah Mabry were fighting over the building in Brooklyn. All right? They was over there fighting over that building, trying to get money, man. It's sad because he's been in there 22 years. And if you're so smart and you got all the answers to these problems and, you working like everybody else, why you don't got money? Why you don't have a Range Rover and all these exquisite things that you're trying to get that doesn't rightfully belong to you? That building does not rightfully belong to Sakina. That building does not rightfully belong to Kair's mother, Awatif. That building does not belong to her son Mahmoud. It doesn't rightfully belong to them. And they're over there fighting like monsters. And now the Tabitjet, Carla Thomas, she's over there being a little sneaky dog that she is, trying to get the building in her name and get stuff. All they're greedy. You all have to realize the nature of the devil. They're greedy and they're evil. Okay? And they'll go all out. They'll cross you. They'll cross their parents. They'll do whatever to anybody to get where they need to be in life. Y'all see them on the internet now. Look, we're in a time where the television is exposing everything and everybody. They got all these reality shows. You see all these women getting in line, to be on TV. They got the Baddies Girl Club. They got Jocelyn Cabaret on Zeus TV. If y'all don't know what's going on, get Zeus Network. Now they got another network out called Tronic with Ray J. Watch these people and how they think. And it'll let you know what we dealing with in our tribe. What y'all think? Y'all think that these people in this tribe ain't come from the world? While they sitting up there going around with my mugshot, trying to make me look like a bad person. Man, please. I ain't never take nothing from nobody's house. I never stole somebody's husband. I never took an object that didn't belong to me. I never stole anything personally that belonged to anyone. I went in department stores, okay? I shopped in department stores all my life. And if you knew that game, you would be doing it too, okay? Some of y'all. Some of y'all too scared to do anything like that. But I wasn't afraid. I was like, please, how they gonna know? What they gonna know? And I made a lot of money and I had a lot of fun. And nope, that's not the way for me though. That's not what my destiny is. I don't belong out there in the world with those people doing those things for coats, jewelry, diamond, furs, and all of that. No, that was a trap from the devil to keep me out there in the world and not bring me home and woosa back, because it was hard to get out of it, because it can be very addicting, living like that. And I don't brag to y'all. I don't pull out. Look, my friend just sent me old pictures of me with jewelry and all. You don't see me posting that on the internet, showing off to y'all about how I used to live and all that, acting like I'm better. Look, let me tell you something. Facebook, Instagram, chat, Snapchat, and all these TikTok. I don't know if y'all remember the movie Avatar. Now, I'm going to break something down to y'all that's going to help y'all understand something that I was taught from the master teacher. Now, check this out, right? In the movie Avatar, they have the man sitting in front of a computer and they want him to talk every day about his experience when he's on their planet, when he's, on their planet. Every time his avatar comes back to their craft, he has to go and give an update and talk in front of them about what's going on. And so each time he does it, each time his experience, they recording it for a reason, because now they can know how he thinks, how he feels. And then that's how they found out that he fell in love with the leader's daughter. And they was like, he's a traitor. And they got upset, and then they went in there to kill him and to steal the natural resources from the planet, right? And so Facebook, Instagram, all of these internet things, what they do is they get to see how you think, how you live, where you at, what you're doing, how you feel, what you're a part of. They get to see, they get to dig into your life and observe your life. And they get the best psychologists, psychiatrists. And if they want to know about a person, they go on their page and they start watching what they into, what they're doing. And that's one of the reasons why I don't really, I might post some simple things, like, because I'm working out now, and I post a picture saying, not of me working out, but, so they know I like to work out. They know I like music. They know I like to dance. They know I like to laugh. And so it's like a psychological thing. They get to see what you're about on there. And I find Instagram, Facebook, and all those pages to be like dating apps. Because I got 205 followers on Instagram. That's because and look, I got 68K followers on TikTok. And then even TikTok is more so like for children. And you got men inboxing me talking about you so pretty and all. I'm like, what is wrong with these people? Y'all can't go out and socialize and meet somebody in person. You on the freaking internet. It's just crazy to me. But the internet is a tool of the devil to keep you distracted and to keep you away from what's real. And that's another reason why, look, my page is just to expose the people that did this to Dr. Malachi York. That's what my page is about. It's for the children of the Most High, the 144,000. So that way, when you come across a vampire, a witch, a ghoul, a black devil, you'll know from what I told you. You understand? Like, what type of sister would I be? I'm in this tribe, and I know that who these people are, and I don't say anything to you all. It makes me just as bad as them. I have blood relatives, but they don't live our way. So you all are my family, okay? And Uma York doesn't walk our way. She doesn't live our way. And she'll tell you in a minute, I'm not Nawapian. So if you're not Nawapian, why are you on the Taharka Bay show talking about your father, slandering him? Go back and look at some of those audios and you'll see. She's talking bad about her father. Oh, he had all these bald-headed women. And then you watch Taharka Bay's expression, his face, he's laughing. He's using her. And she's like a fool listening to these freaking idiots. And they know she got mental problems. And he's using her for clout, for clickbait on his channel, and to also defame Dr. Malachi York because she's saying, oh, this is the daughter of Dr. Malachi York. She doesn't even know him, because if she knew her father, why would you go live talking about him if you knew him? And so I made this very clear to the family. I put her up on my wall, and it wasn't because she didn't go on my channel. I don't give a damn about that girl coming on my channel. I never asked her to come on my channel. I got in contact with Uma York because I needed her husband's I needed the father of the little girl that was molested by Deuce York to get in contact with the detective that's investigating him. He is in big trouble. Damian Alvin Pryor, a.k.a. Deuce York, he could sit up there and pretend. Why do you think he took his... I don't know if y'all remember when Damian Pryor took his Facebook page down and he disappeared, and then he put a new one back up. Why? Because with Facebook, you can trace your location. So he switched it around. That nigga know what he did to them children. And Dr. Malachi York said he's a sick man. And he told that to Joseph Hibner, who's in Georgia, the white boy. He told it to Robbie. He told it to Dale Elaine Brown, who is Waukee. He told it to Fatima York. He said it to all of them, that he's a sick man. You see? But the thing is this, they have an alliance with each other. They work together. Even though they may not get along, they work together. Why? Because they have one common goal and one common goal only, and that is to keep the master teacher, Dr. Malachi York, incarcerated and to keep his followers from making it out of here. I told y'all to watch that movie called The Dark Crystal. Well, Dr. Malachi York told us to watch it, but I'm reiterating for you to watch that movie. I know it's a Muppet tier, but you will see the Skeksis, which are the black devils and the evil people, what they're trying to do, and how they use the children of the Most High, and they drain them of their essence. And that's why sometimes I don't like talking to certain people, because when I talk to them, I get off the phone and I'm feeling like, yo, I don't feel good. I get a knot in my throat. I feel drained. I feel tired, and I feel, uneasy. And the thing is this. I'm a spiritual being as well. Look, you got spiritual beings in this tribe. And just because they're spiritual, you got spiritual wickedness, and you got the spiritual children of the Most High. So who do you think I'm talking about? Just because a person had children with the master teacher doesn't mean they're not evil. Like I said, he said it magnified inside them. And he didn't know that they hated him and that they didn't want to live like that no more. He said he didn't know. Meaning the man, Malachi. Y'all keep on treating Baba like he's not, He doesn't have feelings, and like he don't go to the bathroom and defecate, and like he don't sneeze, and like he don't get boogers, and like he don't get hungry, like he doesn't get upset, or like he never cried. Like you all have to stop, thinking the way you think and start thinking to get out of the mind of religion and start thinking about, look, this is a man who was put in prison for something he didn't do. This was a man who his own family turned on him and lied. Now he's got to sit in prison and, do whatever. There was times when before Baba got moved to the section of the prison he was at, he used to have to press a button to get hot water just to drink some hot tea, and if those spirits wake him up in the middle of the night to write, he has to get up, and when he's done, he might be thirsty, or y'all don't understand what prison entails and what it does to the mind of a person. You guys don't know, okay? And that's why I get so upset, because what they did to Baba is so freaking wrong. They should be glad that we're in the time of the internet, and that we're not in the times of the when we had horses and swords, because I swear on everything I love, I would cut every last one of their necks off. Riding my horse in the middle of the night with a sword, and I would chop their freaking head off and come back to my people with their head in my hand. I swear on my life. They should be glad that we're in the time of the internet. These people are sorcerers. They practice witchcraft, and they're evil. And Dr. Malachi York was shocked to find out the things that he found out about these niggas, okay? Now, they did many fire rituals. They did a lot of satanic stuff, and they still do it to this day. Who do you think we dealing with? Who do you think we dealing with? Uma York is a witch. Her mother is a witch. And if you go back to my audio and look at the picture of her mother, you'll see her hand in the satanic. Her hand is in the satanic symbol. Even though she's got her phone in her hand, and someone took the picture, but she got the sign of Satan in her hand. I went back, looked at it, I was like, oh, sweat, I forgot to point that out to y'all. Y'all have to look at things from a spiritual aspect, okay? You got to start looking at things more on a spiritual aspect, and you have to start praying more to line yourself up so you won't lose your mind and get caught up in the world like these people, because I'm telling you right now, they got a fate, F-A-T-E, that is nothing to play with. The master teacher was a friend of mine. I don't know what happened to her when I was in Georgia. This girl named, what's her name, Essence or Ebony? I think her name was Essence. Yeah, this girl named Essence. She was from, her husband was from New Orleans. And she told me that when she was on the land one day, right, that she was walking with a crowd of people. And Baba walked over to her. She said it was a bunch of some other sisters that she used to see all the time, and they used to click up and talk in a group. And she said Baba walked up to her and said, listen, let me explain something to you. He said, you sitting here walking in a crowd of people whose destination is hell. Let me repeat that. He said, you are walking with a crowd of people whose destination is hell. In other words, look, I'm going to use LifeWave as an example. Look at him. No one says anything to this nigga about the way he dresses and how he looks. That's not how we dress. Look, if y'all want to know how to look, how to style your hair, go in the holy tablets. Look through the holy tablets. You'll see the women in there with their nose rings, like the one that I got. You'll see them with their hairstyles. And you see the men with their hairstyles. And you can copy off of your ancestors, the people that walked this planet before us, or that were here with a purpose. Look at them. Look at their hairstyles and how they dress. You did not see them with no copper, stupid-looking thing over their eye, round up in a circle, with all these marks all over their face and all these crazy freaking crystals. Come on, man. That nigga's a warlock. As a man thinketh, so shall he be. Whatever in the spirit realm will manifest in the flesh. Okay? So you look at people and it can tell you who they are. You understand? Look at Erykah Badu. Why she got all that stuff all over her face too. You see, these people are dealing with spirits. And what happens is they open themselves up sometimes to be possessed. or sometimes they're born that way because Baba, I forgot which Pataduk it is, but in one of our Pataduks, I'm going to read it and find it. And when I do my update on Shalimar, Prince York Mother, I'll present it to the family. And in that book, Baba says what happens is during the third or fourth week, I think it's the third month, when the parent is carrying the child, these little Koraganis, they look like how you call it? Little fairies, and they come into the navel of the mother in the spirit realm, right? And they like that movie Peter Pan, when that little what's that thing? That little thing in Peter Pan, there's this little thing that comes like a fairy with wings. Baba said that thing comes inside of the womb of the mother and it touches the child. So what it does is it touches them and they become a warlock. They're already like that from childhood. So what happens is when they get older, they're attracted to certain type of things. They're attracted to things that are not of our culture. You understand? So you got this dude, Life Wave, who ain't dealing with a full deck. I mean, first the nigga gets a cat, pretending that he's trying to shed some lightness on the cat. I mean, come on, y'all. Just think, use your mind. Does that sound like a person that's dealing with a full deck? Oh, he's just doing awareness. He's standing outside the Chinese restaurant, cutting up pieces of his wife made some mushrooms, teriyaki mushroom, whatever, and got somebody eating it, and then he made a mistake and cut himself, and then he put some mice in a box and say he's taking it to Chick-fil-A. And you know, it's like, come on, man, y'all, it might be funny, but it's really dangerous and it's really very sad, okay? Because of the time that we're living in. The moon cycle is gone and the sun cycle is in. Okay, so the moon represented, well, the power of the moon represented witchcraft and warlock. And they said that when the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars, that the Messiah would be here in the flesh. And so you got people walking around here talking about they're the Messiah. You're not the Messiah, because whoever the Messiah is, they don't even know who they are. Okay? No one knows who the Messiah is. And these extraterrestrials are going to protect that child or that being, because if they found out who the Messiah is, they would kill it. They would kill that person. Y'all got to go back from the past on what they did then to what they trying to do now. It's the same story just being repeated. Okay? So, again, no one knows who the Messiah is. And if anybody's walking around saying that they're Messiah, they're nuts. Okay? Because you're crazy. No one knows who that male, female, or child is or where they are. Okay? Now, one thing we do know from our affirmation is that Harar, Arashtat, Asar, Arashtat, and Harar, they're the Holy Trinity. So they are the holy, holy, holy Trinity. These are the beings, and they are the protectors over wickedness and evil on the planet. So when we call out to prayer in our chanting, and we call out to our ancestors, you are calling on real extraterrestrials that are in another star system, but they have equipment on their planet to watch us. How do they watch us? They watch us like we watch a flat screen TV, or just like how we have our iPhone. They can watch us like that. Just like you go on the internet and you scroll and you watch, they do the same thing. They are watching you all. Okay? This is real. This is real, family. And guess what? You don't have to think or notice. I'm telling you what the master teacher told me, because I asked him. I said, how do they watch us? He said, just like you watch a flat screen TV, and just like you watch back then they had iPods out when I got that letter. It's just like when you look at an iPad or when you watch TV, that's how they watch you. So they're watching you on a screen. Everything, all the rituals, all the satanic stuff that they're doing. Trust me, why you think Sakina looked the way she looked, and these people, and Dale Elaine Brown, why she keep falling and breaking something. I heard Uma York told me Care told me a month and a half ago that she fell and broke her ankle again. And that her sister Leah has leukemia. They're all freaking sick. Listen, I had a dream. This was about a week ago. The master teacher came to me and he put this instrument on the left side of my mouth and on the right side of my mouth. And when I woke up and looked in the mirror, it looked like I got 2 burn marks there. And I said, what is that? And I keep putting turmeric on it and it won't go away. It's these 2 burn marks, one on the left side and one on the right side of my mouth. And I said, why did he do that there? And then he told me that my breath didn't smell. Because I brushed my teeth. I scrub my teeth so hard, y'all. I always go inside between my teeth and I'm always rinsing and scrubbing because I don't ever want my breath to smell bad, you know? And I try my best to take care of my teeth because I'm getting older and I don't want to have dentures, you know? And so he told me that. He let me know that I don't have bad odor in my breath, but he put these 2 marks on the left, on the right, and I look in the mirror and I got 2 brown marks there. But after he did that, Inky, who is Baba's father, he had on a Grand Reaper jacket, like a black cloak over his head. And he had on the top of it, he had all ALL sick, SICK. I said, what? Because what happened was the day before that, I was sitting in where I'm sitting at now, and I was chanting and I was calling on my ancestors and I asked them, why are these people that did this to Baba and these people that did these things to me, these horrible things to me and others in the tribe, why are they still walking around like this? Like, this is not fair. I said, they tried to take my life. This is not fair. And that's what I said that day when I was chanting to the Natharu. I said, you know, you got people. I've done nothing to these people. I've done nothing to them. That lizard brother that calls himself Dr. Edson, look, he voluntarily helped me. But then he tried to make me his mate. And then when I cut him off, he said, I did everything for you and it meant nothing. And the thing is, you didn't do it for me. You told me that you were helping me to help the master teacher. So how you going to do that? And then try to make me your mate and all this. This shit is crazy. Excuse my language. Dre. Oh, Rahul Bat Dre, how are you? Want you to know I'm here for any of us who need help. Let's just get past all of this conception, my sister. No, look. You all don't I don't know what you meant by that, but I want to say this. You all don't understand what's going on because you wasn't involved in it. So don't say, oh, let's just get past it. You think Baba just going to do that time and come home and just let niggas ride? No, they getting dealt with. Inky came to me in a dream and said and showed me in a vision. He said that they are all sick. All of them. SICK. Okay? He said they're all sick. And when I go live again, I'm cutting off my comments. Okay? Because I need to get down to it and not be distracted by what y'all comments and how y'all feel and what y'all got to say. All right? You're not me. You're not in my shoes. You didn't experience what I experienced and you don't know what's going on. You don't know. That's why I'm telling you. Okay? And a lot of you, you're not going to do what I'm doing because you're scared of these niggas. You're scared. You're afraid of the FBI, the CIA. You're afraid of witches and warlocks and witchcraft. You know, I remember I asked the sister to take me somewhere. I said, can you take me to D.C.? She had a van. She wasn't doing nothing. Her mate was paying her rent or whatever. And I said, we could take the children. I said, I just need to go out there. I said, don't worry, we could stay in my hotel room. She said, no, I just got my benefits for my kids. And I didn't want it, you see? They're all scared. Y'all could talk all that crap all you want to, but y'all are punks. You're not going to do what I'm doing. You're not going to sacrifice your life for the master teacher because when times get hard and you don't have the financial support and the money, you're going to give up and go get a job. You're not going to travel to do things because you're going to be afraid that you're going to get in an accident or somebody going to do something to you. You're going to be afraid to sleep at night. You're afraid. Admit it. Y'all are afraid. You're not going to step up like me and do it. So don't tell me not to, you said cut off comments. They're only just, right. I'm going to do that. Not now. I'm not even looking at the comments. I'm talking right now. So now let me explain something to you. So Inky came to me and told me that they're all sick, all of them. And they also said that they're practicing what's called Ifa. Now let me explain to you about voodoo, because we're animists, right? So an animist is a person that doesn't believe in a God concept that follows the three monotheistic religion, which is Abrahamism, Christism, and Mosesism, right? And what we are is we have a strong faith in our belief system like Mother Nature does. In other words, what goes around comes around. You know, what you do in the wash gonna come out in the rinse. You know, we have the belief system, or the knowing system of karma. In other words, these people that did this, they're not going to get away with anything that they did. I mean, y'all don't see all the balloon ceremonies and all the people that left. Some of them, their children died. You know, my thing is, each individual or each person knows exactly why things happen to their family members. They won't admit it to you all, but what is a coincidence that Bakita is not here? And yeah, I know y'all say, oh, that's sad. You know, she's gone. Let the dead rest in peace. And all. Look, I'm not a religious person. We're animists. And the thing is, I'm explaining to you why Bakita is not here. Bakita has a daughter named Hadia. Hadia and Abigail were best friends, okay? And they all worked together to set the master teacher up, because Jacob York, he didn't live on Tamaray, so he needed to get Abigail to go and get those girls together. So when Abigail went back to Eatonton, she got in contact, or made the phone call. She got in contact with Bakita's daughter, Hadia, and they were all in Bakita's house. How do I know this? Because Bakita told me this herself. How do I know Bakita? Because I lived in the Ansarullah community back in 1986, and no, my name was not Ibtihaj. My name was Karatul Ain. Ask any of them Banats, they'll tell you about me, okay? So no, my name was not no freaking Ibtihaj, and I was not no my name was not no Ibtihaj. My name was Karatul Ain, okay? And Hadia was a Mukmanati, or a young girl that grew up in the Ansarullah community. That was Bakita's daughter. And her and Abigail knew each other, so she helped them get all the girls together. You feel me? So now when this was going down, Bakita knew about it and never did anything to help. And it was told to me. So I asked, this is what Bakita told me. She said, and this is how she talked. Anybody that knows her knows how she talked. She said, I said, no, why you all are doing this to the master teacher? No, you all can't do this to Baba. And I said to her, well, why didn't you say something or do something? You understand? And she said, she just, whatever. So one time, me and an elder and her mate, which is the brother they call Abdul Bayef, Francis Blake, a.k.a. Tepi Amun, we were all going to meet up with Congressman John Conyers in Detroit. And we stayed at his house. Well, we were supposed to meet up at his house. Anyway, make a long story short, all of us were together, and Bakita took sheets and covered up the TV, the computer, anything that was electric. She covered up, and he said, I don't know why she keeps doing that. And she said, because they be watching me, they be following me. But when they was all on Tamaray, and Bakita, when they was all on Tamaray, and Bakita, and they had guns to all of them and had them laying down, they walked over to Bakita, whose name is Marilyn Frederick, and told her she can get up and leave. Why would the FBI, the feds, or any of them people tell her that she can get up and go, but everybody else has to lay down on the ground? Why don't y'all ask the people that lived on Tamaray if I'm lying? Like the master teacher said, don't believe me, check it out. And now, what happened? Her granddaughter, the girl Hadia, daughter died, right? Of some type of cancer. Her son came home from school with his book bag on his back, still had his book bag on his back, took a gun and blew his head off. And then right after that, Bakita died. Okay? So what is the look. Y'all could practice all the witchcraft you want. You could do all the E5 all you want to. Call on your ancestors with your pots and do whatever. But the master teacher is a pharaoh. He's a live pharaoh. So think about this. If the pharaohs in Egypt, right, when they went in them tombs, y'all do the research and find out what happened to them people that went digging up them tombs. What did the master teacher say about the Titanic? Why that ship sank? Because they went to Africa and they stole gold. And they had all that jewelry and all them diamonds for the pharaohs on that ship. And the La Roches. And that's why the ship sank. Okay? So now, the thing is this, the master teacher is a pharaoh. And some of these people that y'all are talking to, like myself, are children from other worlds. And these extraterrestrials are here for their seed. So do you think you're going to slander the master teacher, talk about me, try to kill me, put me in prison and do all these things, and y'all just going to walk around like it's okay? No. What happens? You get a curse put upon you. And now they're cursed. They put curses on you. Comet Magas, black magic. And now you can't come back from what you did. Unless the only way you can be redeemed from something like that is if you get on your knees and you beg and ask for forgiveness. Not to me, not to Baba, but to the ancestors, and ask them to relieve you from this misery. You have to ask to be forgiven, and it has to come from your inner heart, and it has to be real. You can't just say, oh, I want to be forgiven. Please forgive me for something that you did just because you want the curse removed off of you. Y'all niggas got curses on y'all. Listen, let me tell you something about that man, Mr. Bundy. He's another one. Why is he living beneath his means? Why he's sick like that, coughing like that, don't got nowhere to live, and he on the internet talking about Dr. Melakazi York's case? He used to roll with that attorney, Agent Patrick, who also robbed the Nawapians. And I got a letter from the master teacher telling me to tell that lawyer to give the Nawapians their money back. And I'm going to show y'all the letter. And Mr. Bundy, that was his best friend. And the master teacher told me, ask Mr. Bundy, where was he getting all his money from? Because when he lived in Atlanta, but he would drive out to Athens, Georgia with Agent Patrick, and he set up this collection fund called the Friends of Malachi. And they were collecting money from the family then, and everybody was giving their money, including me, because we wanted Dr. York free. We wanted him home. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't know that all these people that stood before us were all liars and were all a part of the scheme of things. We didn't know. Mr. Bundy is full of it, and he's a freaking traitor too. Y'all go ahead and keep listening to that old freaking battle axe all you want to. He's full of it. Okay? He's not a healthy man. He's not doing good physically. So how he going to tell y'all something or help y'all or help Dr. Melakazi York? He's full of it. They're all talking and getting on the internet because they want y'all to think that they're so concerned about Dr. Melakazi York because then they could get financial support like the preachers do with the plate. You know, look, family, what I'm telling you all is real, okay? What I told y'all about Uma York is real. She's fake. She's a liar. She's fake. And she was trying to get that building in her name with Sakina. And Sakina, she was working with them. Look, she was working with Sakina. She was living in the same house with Jacob and Leah and all of them, and they all knew about what he was going to do. So if you loved your father so much, why are you just now coming on board talking about you care about your father and you should have did that years ago? Think about this, right? I've been working on this case for years. Some of those audios are not new audios. Some of them are new, but some of them are old audios. And guess what? Bible would tell me, don't be taking this and putting it up. And I said, okay. But I figured now it's okay because that was in the past and it's not now. And the other audio, I just wanted y'all to hear what Baba said about me, you know, because Baba said to me, you're going to see me in the flesh sooner than you know. I also let y'all hear the tape where Baba had a toothache And he was, imagine having a toothache. You got niggas coming up there to visit you, and they coming back having a ball while you in a cell with your teeth aching you. You understand what I'm saying, family? This is somebody's life, and I care, okay? I care about Baba's life, and I got involved with his freedom because he asked me to, and then he told me to. He said, hey, what are you doing? I was in college. He said, what are you doing? You need to be focusing on my case. I said, what? And I said, whoa, you know, listen, the Baba's a master. Some of y'all never been around him. Some of y'all never seen him. And some of you who never been around him, you get upset with us who love him and say, why do these people act like this with this man? They worship that man. So what? I worship the ground Baba walks on because of what he did. I've seen him in the flesh. I worked around him. Okay? They're lying on him. And all these women were crazy about him, crying, fighting each other to get in line to be with him, just like any other celebrity. Think about it. You look at all these celebrities and all these women, because now they showing you them on Instagram and how they act when they go to their concerts, screaming and crying, fighting to get backstage, throwing their underwears on the stage and their bras. This is the nature of the women on planet Earth. This is what they do with men. And y'all keep forgetting that Baba's a man. Yeah, he's a master teacher, but he told y'all, I'm not a holy man. Don't label me. I'm just like you and my feelings and needs. You understand? But he never stopped feeding us. He never stopped, you know. Baba was in there writing these books, and you got people out here in the tribe that are feeding the Gentiles. Baba said, don't go to the Gentiles, go to my people. You know, he said, Baba said, don't go to the Gentiles because they're gone. Them people don't want to live our way. They don't want to take the perms out of their hair. They don't want to take the wigs out of their hair. You know, they don't want to stop wearing that makeup and all that other stuff. They're going to stop injecting their bodies now. I mean, y'all look around and see the time that we're living in. We're living in the last days and times. And I'm coming on here today to tell y'all that I go live, that my channel is about exposure. My channel, my YouTube channel, Ashanti Zulu 144, is about exposure of the black devils and the people that are responsible for Dr. Malachi Z. York's incarceration, the people that were out for his money, for his jewelry, for his property, for his houses, the people that set him up, the people that showed their ass in these 22 years. I am exposing them. Okay? No, I don't want to go live on this one's channel. I'm not going back and forth. What I mean, what I say, and I say what I mean. And I make it very clear. I don't have to repeat myself about Uma York. You heard her father say she's crazy. You heard the sister say what she did to the people when she lived in that building in 717, how she treated people. The building was a business for her. She had men coming in there paying her money to get beat. She's a dominatrix. That's what she does for a living. She screams and yells and dominates men and beat them. And guess what? That's her business. But guess what? When you start lying and playing games, now it's my business and it's time for you to be exposed for all the dirt that you did. Let me tell you something. I have a audio, and I'm going to let y'all hear a part of it. And this is what the master teacher said to me. He said, this is called when the chickens are coming home to roost. Look that up. When the chickens are coming home to roost. He said it. He told them niggas that if y'all keep on playing these games with my life, I'm going to start naming names. That's what he said. He said, I'm going to start naming names. And guess what? Maybe I'm that person to do it. Why? Because I was around them. I was around them in Athens. I was around them in Decatur, Georgia. I watched them all. I sat back and I watched them. And they're very jealous, evil people. I used to go to get my books because I don't have to pay for the scrolls. I would go in there to get the books. They would sit up there and act like they don't see me. I would take a book and be like, oh, good, and take a book, heck with a Baptist. You need to ask. Why I got to ask? I don't got to ask for a book. You see me, sister, we family. You already know how it is. You know, look, like I said, y'all, I got one for her ass too. Carla Thomas, she's going on my wall too. Don't worry, I'm going to get them all one by one, and then y'all can decipher from what's real, from what's the truth. You figure that out yourself. What would it take for you, Tabitjet, to be... No, I can't go on a visitation list because I'm a convicted felon. And if I was on a visitation, I wouldn't want to see Baba in there like that. It would be very, very hard for me to see him in those conditions. I wouldn't want to go and see him in there like that. It would mess my head up. It would make me so depressed. It would be hard for me to come back home and eat. But sometimes I go through that already, and I'm not even up there visiting him. You know, you all have to connect yourself to the master teacher. Y'all got to take your umbilical cord and plug it in to Panabab Yanun, not to the young elder, not to Life Wave and all these people. You have to plug your umbilical cord into the life essence of Panabab Yanun. He's El Kut. If you want to talk to him, he's put the prayer in the books in a way for you to reach out to him, to talk to him, to the soul of Yanun. There's ways that you can do this. This is a spiritual journey. And these are the times. Listen, let me tell you what Baba told me the last time I spoke to him. He said, these are the times that I spoke about Tabitjet when I said many were not going to make it. He said, because what happens is the devil is very shrewd and very slick and very luring. And if you're weak-minded, you can get sucked in to the life of the devil. You can allow him to suck you in. And next thing you know, you in, you out, and those who are in. It's called the humble abode of the Most High. It's for the humble. It's not in the meek. It's not for the braggadocious people. Always online. Or don't get me wrong. I know some of y'all got businesses and things that y'all are doing. That's on you. I don't knock none of y'all what y'all do. Like I said, let me explain it one more time why I do not like the young elder, and I'm going to tell y'all what happened. I was driving on I-95 South, right? And I was going to talk to the attorney for a second time, right? Because Baba got in contact with me and said to the attorney, have her reach out to me, set up another legal call. I need to talk to her. So I was driving from Orlando, Florida to Miami. If you Google that highway, you'll see it's a straight, flat route. No left, no right, is straight. As I'm driving, I was talking to a Haitian sister named Rose from Haiti, okay? Now, there's no such thing as a coincidence because Baba said to me, why do you think you was talking to the girl named Rose on the phone? Where was she from? I said, Haiti. He said, think about that. That means that somebody went to a Haitian to do voodoo. Now, let me tell you what happened. To do witchcraft, because voodoo is not witchcraft. So I'm driving, and Nafir Ba Anaktat, please remind me to explain what's the difference between voodoo and sorcery, please. Let me finish telling this story. So I'm driving down I-95, and all of a sudden I'm talking to this Haitian girl named Rose, who I know very well from Athens, Georgia, and I know her husband very well and their family, right? And so as I'm driving, I said, I'm getting this funny feeling in my stomach. Like, I don't know if any of you ever had a funny feeling like when you were a child and you was about to get in trouble or you did something bad. My stomach started feeling uncomfortable, like something was going to happen that was out of my control. And I'm telling you, I had a protection on around my neck, and even that was not protection for me. I felt it. And I said, Rose, let me get off this phone, man. And I thought maybe it was because I was talking to her. So I got off the phone. With Rose. And as I'm driving, I get this funny feeling. Then all of a sudden, I see this big, giant cloud in the sky. It was gray, right? But it was giant and fluffy. And it moved from one end of the sky to the other. No, it didn't float like clouds do. It moved From one end of the sky to the other side of the highway, if you're driving down I-95 going to Florida, there's a big giant field. And I looked and I seen it and I said, why is it over there? And then I saw, I don't care if y'all don't believe me, I'm telling you the truth, okay? I saw beams coming out of the cloud. Beams coming down. Like in the movie Star Trek, or when they show you on that Mountain Dew commercial with the beams. And I said in my mind, why are they over there? And I looked, then all of a sudden it started raining. I'm talking about not just regular raining like water falling out the sky. And I'm driving. Soon as I get to a close area, a red car in the left lane, because there's only 2 lanes. I think there's 3 lanes, or 2. The car in the left lane slammed into the wall. It was a red, I'm talking about no burgundy, red. It was a fire engine truck color red, Toyota. It slammed into the wall and it spinned. But what happened was it didn't get out of the lane. And Baba, I felt him in the car with me, in the vehicle with me, in the spiritually. He said, you see that? That was a devil. And I said, what? And he said, drive, drive. And then I started driving. He said, laugh, laugh. So I started laughing. I said, ha, 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 woo-hoo. I started laughing. And then after I laughed, the rain stopped. And the sun came out just that quick. And they said, drive that car, drive, drive. Because I know how to drive. Because I was shocked from what I saw. I escaped a serious, deadly freaking accident. Because that car was supposed to hit my car. And then after that car hit my car, it was supposed to, the other cars behind me was supposed to slam into me. Y'all, I'm telling you, I escaped a freaking tragedy. And extraterrestrials stepped in and saved my life. Okay? So now I'm driving. I turned my music up. I'm driving. I'm driving like how I drive. And I'm feeling them like, drive this car. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. We here. And I drove. And when I got to my hotel, there was 2, they call gift on. And hold on, I'm gonna get my my book. I gotta get this book to show y'all. Hold on a second. I'm gonna get this book if I can find it. I think I got it right here. Freaks and a Perfect Creature. I'm gonna show y'all the statues that was at, hold on. I'm gonna show y'all the statues that was at the freaking hotel when I got there. Hold on, is this the book? Freaks and the Perfect? Yo, here we go. Hold on a second. Hold on a second, family. I can't talk right now. You see I'm live. Stop texting me. Okay. Y'all still there? Can y'all hear me? Hold on a second. Hold on a second, family. Okay, I'm back. So now let me tell you what happened. I gotta show y'all something in this book. Hold on. I gotta show y'all something in this book. I want to show y'all this what was at my hotel when I got there. Cause it's these look at this book. Bob is telling us about these people. Look, if people telling y'all that I'm making this up, why would Baba have this in our book? That's a jinn. Why would he have these evil images in our book, y'all, if I'm lying? Hold on. I'm going to show y'all what was at the hotel when I got there. That's a horse that they got at the Colorado. When you get to Colorado, that's there. Why would Baba have all these evil things in here? If what I'm saying to y'all is a lie about ghouls and witches and warlocks and evil people, why would all of this stuff be in our books, family? If I'm lying, look at this. This is Pan, the deity of the music. And this book is called Freaks and a Perfect Creature. Hold on. I gotta show y'all. Hold on, while I look for it, I'm gonna keep talking. So now, when I got to the hotel, there was these big, evil-looking birds. One was on the left and one was on the right. Here we go. Is that it? Yeah, this is it. This right here, y'all. One statue was at the Hilton Hotel in Miami. Look up the Hilton Hotel in Miami, and you're gonna see they got two statues of this griffon or griffin. It was one on the left and one on the right when I got there. Okay? And this is in this book called Freaks and a Perfect Creature. All right? That's where it was in that book. Now, let me explain something to y'all. So now, what happened was, when I got to my hotel, after experiencing that crazy stuff where somebody tried to kill me, when I got to my hotel and I went online because at the time I was with Amonuma, who y'all was known as the Sabian Assassin. I was on his channel and our channel was bubbling. His channel was bubbling because of me, because I was on there, right? And what we did was we had a recording of Baba with the lawyer talking to Baba, telling Baba that Sakina, Deucewat, all of them was lying to him. He said, they're lying to you, Mr. York. And the Sabian assassin at the time was breaking the case down to the family and telling them, look, y'all, Tabitjet, she's going to see the lawyer again today. And then Baba had told me to call Mr. Bundy. And it was just a look, y'all. Okay, I'm speaking the truth about what I experienced. Okay, when I get to the hotel, I put my books down, and something said, "Go online and look in the comments." I could feel Baba talking to me. He said, "Go on the line and look in the comments, Tabitjet." I go online, I look in the comments, and guess what, y'all? The young elder. This is what he says. They took her out, y'all. Tabitjet she's not here anymore. They took her out. I said, what the heck? And I responded and said, what do you mean they took me out? I'm right here. And he deleted the comment. So now, my question is to the young elder, how the hell did you know that? How did you know that now mind you, I'm on a highway. I'm only a half an hour away from my hotel. After that situation happened, it only took me about 25 minutes to 30 minutes to get to my hotel. Right, y'all? How did that nigga know that? That's why I don't like him. That's why I don't trust him. And that's how I know he's a freaking black devil. I don't care what nobody say. Because I never really paid attention to him. Then I went on his channel and started looking at him, started looking at his face. I said, this nigga trying to be Baba. He was telling everybody to throw the actual facts in the garbage, throw the politics in the garbage, that Baba's not writing them. Even after Mario, who was working with attorney, what's that lady? Victoria Broussard. And Mario asked Baba, are you writing this? And he said, yeah. But see, my thing is this. If you read Baba's doctrine and you don't think he wrote it, then you're not one of his followers. You're not one of the children. You're not one of the chosen ones, because you can't be. How could you read something like that and think that someone else will have so much compassion and so much powerful affirmation? Okay? I want to show y'all something. No, I'll do that. I'll do that next time because I don't feel like messing up my bookshelf. But there's a part in L's Holy and Jill. Baba breaks down Donald Trump. He talks about the war in Israel, what happened in Palestine, and everything. It's all in the book called L's Holy and Jill, which was Baba reinterpreted the book of Revelations. He broke it down to a science. And that book was written almost 30, 40 years ago. And he's explaining everything in it now about the plagues, about the virus. Baba wrote about the coronavirus before it came out. Are following them. They don't know the way. They don't walk with us at all. Anybody that's telling you not to read the books is a freaking devil. All right. And their job, like I said in a Dark Crystal movie, their job is to drain your essence, take your freaking money, lie to you, play games, mislead you, because guess what? They're not going to make it. They're not one of us. They work, like Baba said in the Black Devil book, they have a spiritual pact with Satan. Now, hold on a second. I'm going to read something that Baba wrote in the Black Devil book. And then y'all tell me, hold on, where's the Black Devil book at? Hold on, here we go, right here. Now, I want y'all to check this out. And I got 2 Black Devil books. I don't know how I got 2 of them. I guess my ancestors said, all right, check this out. This is the Black Devil book. Check this out, y'all. This is what Baba says in this book. And this is so y'all know that they have a spiritual pact with the devil. It's a spiritual pact. Listen to this. Hold on. He said, I love the way this book smells. He said, I have devoted my visit to this planet to the resurrection of the mentally dead, which I affectionately refer to as mummies. Never did I know that the evil one had done such a great job with these people, both mentally and physically, as to have them hate self and kind. Now, this is the most important part. He says, my greatest dilemma and hindrance has been the Black Devil. Born amongst you and by you, married to you, socializing with you, praying in the same sacred houses of worship as you, like I said on that internet chanting with you all, but secretly, see, it's a secret. Secretly, they have a spiritual pact with the devil. And now, this is what the master teacher also says, is what happens is because of this, which makes it near impossible for them to totally surrender to the true word of God. Their very nature won't let them. It's in their seed from Genesis 3:15 and first book of Peter, chapter 5, 9 through 10. There is a cursed seed of devils who are the Canaanites. However, it's not about race when it comes to evil, because there are black and white evil people. But for the few chosen from the many called, I sift to find those beings that wish to become one with the supreme in all. Those that wish to know the way, the truth, and the light to our Heavenly Father, Creator of all, and His chosen anointed one. Okay? I needed to read that to y'all. Now, I'm going to show you something else because I got my other Black Devil book, because that's just one that, I don't know where, I just had 2 of them. This is another one. This is the one that I read all the time, and I have something highlighted. Hold on. I have something highlighted in this book. This is mine, my personal one, and I want y'all to see something that I highlighted. It says, listen to this. It says, now this is deep. It says, these children, okay, it says, however, all of a sudden, as we approach the end of the millennium, the year 2000 AD, some of the devils who gave birth to these devils, these children of ours, our converts or our friends who appear to be so devoted to everything, we stood for and believed, immediately lost faith in what they lived their life for, or at least that's what they like to make us believe, right? And then Baba says that you all, how you know who a Black Devil is that because they always trying to do, look what he says about them here. He said they always trying to be in charge. He said, and even if they did, hold on, God gave them to, it says, they're full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers, they're backbiters, haters of God, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil, things, disobedient to their parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful, who knowing the judgment of God that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. Anyway, y'all should read that book because that was that book was the last book that the master teacher wrote before he got incarcerated. He wrote that book called Black Devils. Okay? That was the last book he wrote before he got incarcerated was Black Devils. And then when he got incarcerated, the first book, well, he started doing the Woona Woopu lessons. He wrote that for us. And then from the Woona Woopu lessons, he went to the Is Jesus God book. And it just went on. And the master teacher never stopped writing and giving us affirmation. So that's why I do not like the young elder. And that's why I say, look, I'm a smart woman. And, like I said, y'all, I used to be a hustler. And I'm a city girl. I'm from Brooklyn. I know a freaking devil when I see one. And I know when somebody is full of crap, okay? I know when someone's full of it, all right? And that's why I do not like him. And I don't need anyone trying to bring me and the young elder together. No, I don't want nothing to do with that nigga, okay? I don't want nothing to do with him. And when the master teacher comes out, you all are going to see that what I'm saying is to be confirmed to be true, okay? Quinwillian Hill is his name. Quinwillian Hill. He's from Texas, okay? He never walked with Baba. Baba never wrote him. Why don't you tell these people to show y'all letters? Ask Uma York, since she's saying that I'm lying and I'm jealous of her and I'm mad because she wasn't on my channel. I never asked her to come on my channel. When I saw her put that flyer out with her stomach out, trying to look all sexy, but on the other side of the flyer, her father was in handcuffs. I thought that was freaking foul. I said, why would she do something like that? Like I said, you said, how can we help you? And what's the next step? I'm telling you, I can't make it move. Pop want everybody who's working together, even if someone is the devil, they can do it. No, ain't no devil doing God's work, brother. I'm sorry, phase one. You're young, so it's a lot of stuff that you don't understand, okay? And I'm not gonna rewind the clock and go back so many years to help you understand things. You need to talk to your parents, and they'll explain it to you. I can't. I'm not gonna work with devils. It's not happening. And someone asked me to work with you, and I said, work doing what? I'm good. Y'all could financially support me and let me do my job. That's all. Like I told y'all, he'll be out. Now, I thought it was going to be last month, a couple of months ago. And then Baba told me, don't be telling people that he's coming out. He said he comes out when he's ready. He said he's a master and he's waiting for people to get out of his way. You understand? So there's still, I guess, a few more people in his way, but he'll be home and I'm getting ready. Now, like I said, those of you who don't know him, then it ain't meant for you to know. And those of you who think he's not coming out, then that's on you. Go ahead and feel that way. I'm telling you that he is, okay? I'm telling you that I'm working on something. If you don't think it's real, keep on thinking that it ain't real. When it manifests in the flesh, y'all gonna be crying. Let me tell you what a high priest told me from Kenya, and I'm sharing this with you. I really don't want to. They said that members of this tribe are going to be crying when Baba gets out. And I said, oh, good, yay. And she said, no, they're going to be crying because they didn't help you. I said, what you mean? She said, they're going to be crying saying, oh, no, I should have helped her. Oh, man, she told us she was working and I didn't help. He said, that's what they're going to be doing. I said, oh, good. You understand? Because I'm a revengeful person. I don't think that a person should do something to me, to Baba, or to anyone and get away with it. And that's why when I go live, I be so pissed off, y'all. Oh my gosh. I try my best to calm down, but I can't believe this trifling freaking Uma York. She's trifling. Trifling. She's fake. The face that you see ain't who she is. All right? She's fake. Her mother's fake. And all her freaking kids are freaking fake. All right? And they know who I am. They could go ahead and play them games. I wanted you. I never wanted you on my live. I asked you a question when you went live with the young elder. I said, why are you going live with him? When you told me you know that I'm the one that's working to free your father, why would you go live with this nigga? Oh, because he got more followers. I didn't say anything. I didn't get mad at her and say, don't go live with him. I got upset with her when she said that she started accusing me of things that I didn't do. And I'm like, you know what? You got a lot of freaking nerve with your fake ass. I was like, now I'm going to expose you. Okay? Because I was going to put her on my wall. But when she talked to me, I thought she changed her mind. She was faking the funk with me, pretending that she had this great love for Baba and she wanted her home. But she was trying to use me to go up on a visit. She was trying to use me to go up on a visit so she could come back and act like she this great pharaoh. Okay? They're demigods and they're negative and they're evil. Okay? I'm telling you what Baba told me about his own freaking children. And like I said, Prince York is up next. Him and his freaking mother. All right? Because I got dirt on both of them. And they need to be exposed. Because what they did was wrong. We have a proclamation in the way that we live for, of, and by each other, and how we treat each other. And I think it's wrong for members of this tribe to pretend that they're doing things and they're not. So she got it coming. Yeah, she tried to hide behind some little wall and peek out and think that I was going to forget about her. No, she is up next. Y'all will get the flyer on the date and time. Just tune in and make sure you send it around to the family. It's sad that they did this to Baba, and I'm upset about it. And you should be angry with these niggas too. Stop breaking bread with them. But now, let me explain to you the difference between Ifa and voodoo. Now, voodoo is the spiritual work of, sometimes you may need animals, not to kill an animal, not to sacrifice blood on animals. That's evil. That's wickedness. When they do that, like what they tried to do to me. They sacrifice animals. They put my picture in a coffin and they had black candles. And they tried to take me out. Okay? And the young elder is a part of that shit. I don't care what nobody says. And he got his day coming too. He gonna get his too. That's why that nigga over there in Texas, Baba said, got a curse on it. So all them people living out there, they got it coming. Like I said, family, these people in this tribe try to take me out because they don't want Baba home. And there's no one else in the tribe that's bold enough, and not afraid to step up to make things happen so that he could come home. You see, Sakina, and they're doing things to try to make me sick. They trying to make me get a stroke. They trying to make me get in a car accident. They trying to make me, it's not going to work, okay? Because I pray and I call out to my ancestors and tell them to let this cup pass over me. You feel me? Whatever they preparing for me, let it go back to them. Because I've done nothing to these people, you see? And that's what's good about it, is that I've done nothing to them. I've done nothing to Sakina. I've done nothing to Iron Bolivar Frank. I've done nothing to Care. I've done nothing to her mother and her brother and them. I've done to her sister Leah. I've done nothing to none of them. Okay? They came messing with me. When Baba told me to get involved with his freedom, that's when the problems came. They all started coming out like hornets to a nest. And I started pointing them. They all started rising above, rising up. I was like, okay, there go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. God, dog. I said, oh my gosh, all these people don't want Baba home. And they all were visiting him, writing him, saying that they loved him and they didn't want him out of there. These are children of the devil, family. Black devils. That's who did this to the master teacher. I'm not talking about any attorneys. I'm not talking about nothing. Do not ask me. It's nobody's business. Y'all want to help me financially? My Cash App is in the description box. AshantiZulu@gmail. Y'all can send me whatever free will offering you want to. I'm not talking about anything anymore. I'm sorry. Those days are over. And I don't mean to sound so harsh. It's just that some of y'all don't know me. You understand? I've been fighting for Baba since he's been in there. You understand? I've been fighting for his freedom for 17 years. Because I stayed in Athens for a year. And after a year, then he wanted me to, he told me to get involved. And I started traveling and doing things. And then trust me, y'all, I got some powerful things that's happening. Powerful. There's no way he's going to stay in there. You understand? I'm just not talking about it. If you want to help me, there's my Cash App is there. My Gmail is there for my PayPal. Y'all want to help, you can. If you don't, then it's okay. You understand? Just don't knock me. Just don't stop slandering my name and talking bad about me. I'm not the enemy. Y'all need to be the people that I expose. That's who y'all need to be talking about them. Y'all need to be slandering them. Y'all need to stop giving them your money and help me out. So it's like, look, y'all, I can only tell you what I know. And like I said, if the young elder would have never left that comment, I would have never knew anything about him. But he messed up. And guess what? When I got to my hotel, Baba told me to go online. As soon as I should have screenshot it. But I wasn't thinking. I just responded. It's like, what are you talking about? I'm right here. So he could go back and tell, because they all put their money in the pot to take a spiritual contract out on me to kill me. I'm telling you what I know. So it's like, stop trying to make me talk with this brother and be friends with a devil. It's not happening. I don't want to talk to anybody anymore on the phone. I don't need your phone call conversations, none of that. Saying, oh, I want to protect you. Pray for me. If you want to protect me, send your prayers out. Like all the elders and other people that are praying for me do. Like the spiritual priests told me. They said there are 3 women that are praying for you all the time. And I appreciate that. I don't know who those 3 women are. And if I knew who they were, I wouldn't say anything to y'all. So y'all could try to do stuff to hurt them. This is a spiritual war. And the devil got his agents out there, y'all. And they're trying to make sure this does not happen. And I'm sorry, you're not more powerful than extraterrestrials. They're the ones that created this planet. And they called it a home away from home. So how are y'all going to, they sent the devil here. He didn't come here voluntarily. They cast him out. So how are y'all going to defeat me? Or defeat the master teacher, or stop me from doing what's necessary, what needs to be done? It is going to get done. There's nothing that you're going to do to stop me. First of all, I'm not afraid. Second of all, I'm not a punk. Third of all, I could care less. I got spiritual protection too. They could do their stuff. I know how to do. I know Comet Magas as well. I know black magic too. So those of you that are in my way, you better get out of my way. I'm telling you now. Get out of my way. And stop thinking that you got these powers over me and you're going to make things happen to me, because it ain't. Try to shut my car down and all that other evil stuff. It's not going to work. Some of y'all are getting walk-ins. Y'all got spiritual evil beings that are walking inside your body. Why? Because you vibrate low. You want to be in charge. You want to be the master teacher. You want to do this, and they walk inside of you. Some of y'all are opening yourselves up to disembodied evil spirits, and they're walking inside of you because you want to be this, you want to be that, you want to be a leader. Leaders are born. You can't make yourself to be something that you're not born to be. He will be out of prison. He will be home. Like I said, this ain't something the master teacher didn't write y'all and say to y'all, I want you to work on my freedom. He didn't tell y'all that. He said that to me. He told me to work with these people and to get with Waki and to get with Nefu and to get this from, tell Deuce why I said this. And I need you to get with my daughter Leah. Tell Leah I said blah, blah, blah. And no, my daughter, she's crazy. And no, don't do that. Do this. You didn't write him like I did. If you go back on my page, you'll see all the letters. Well, some of them that I counted. Just so happened to be 72 of them. And I counted those letters. And actually, I did that to show this brother, the lizard guy, because he was doing, I said, let me show this nigga that Baba writes me. Because I would never share my letters with him. I was like, it's none of your business. And I counted my letters and sent him the video so he could see that I'm in contact with the master teacher. He didn't believe it. Why? Because I wasn't showing it to him. I'm like, this is not a show and tell thing for me. This is about Baba's life, okay? And I have an assignment. And if y'all want to help me, help me. If you don't, don't. You know, if you think I'm lying, investigate what I say. I put the pictures on the wall. I let y'all hear the recordings. And you go talk to those people. And some people know what I'm saying is real. They know I'm not lying because they was around and they saw it. Ask the brother Kafre. He did a video called Another Fake York Saying Something. And Care got upset with me. I said, look, man, you did stuff in the past that you won't own up. I said, own up to it. You know what I'm saying? Live in your truth. You know, don't get what you get mad at me for. I don't got nothing to do with that. You should have kept your freaking mouth shut. You over there running your mouth, talking about people when you got a freaking, when your laundry bag is full. Get out of here. So, you understand what I'm saying, family? Y'all don't think what I'm saying is real. Investigate it. I have no reason to lie. You know, but I wanted to come on live and recap with y'all and tell y'all that voodoo is not a bad thing. It's the wicked sorcery. Excuse me. Hold on a second. I don't practice it. But sorcery, witchcraft is a bad thing. It's satanic. And most of the people that practice it is because they want things to go in their favor. Instead of just letting things happen naturally, they tap into nature and try to get things to work for them. You understand? Like what Sakina and them did. They was in that building doing satanic rituals, had the sisters in a circle with a Baphomet pentagram in the middle. What is that, y'all? What is that? That's not our look on our symbols. We don't have witchcraft on our symbols. None of that. You look on our symbols in our books. You don't see an inverted star. You only see it on the OES sisters. And maybe Baba did that on Tamaray for a reason. Wasn't there, however, reading Dr. York books and watching his tapes, he already said they was going to use the children? Yeah, he did. He said that. Anyway, family, I'm about to end this live. I just wanted to come on to recap about a few things and let y'all know that that Uma York, she had it coming, man. You know, you can't do things like that to Dr. Melakazi York and say this is my father and talk bad about him on the Taharika Bay show, you know, and then you acting like you got this great love for him. You talking to everybody, you using your status that you using the last name York. That's why the brother said another fake York saying something. Because ever since Baba's been in there, there's always somebody coming up talking about York this and York that. Because they got the last name York. So we supposed to kiss your ass? And then and I say this to them. Since you all of that, let me see you go to a supermarket with your groceries and jump the line and get in front of everybody. And watch what happens. Thank you, sis. I want y'all to do that. If you so special, go to the grocery store and jump the line. Since your last name is York and you're so privileged, let me see you do that. See, they only do that to us. See, if we had a supermarket and we were there, they would come in and say, I'm Dr. York's daughter, I'm Dr. York's son, I'm Prince York, I'm Solomon York, I'm Uma York, I'm Hajar York. And everybody will move out their way and let them get in the front. Why? Why can't they get in line like everybody else? Dr. Melakazi York worked so hard. He spent thousands and thousands of dollars of his own money to invest in his organization and his tribe. And he said, look, y'all, this is what Baba told me one day. I was in his office one day and he said, you know what? Thank you so much, Tiffany. He said, if I wanted to, I could send my books to be printed by a publishing company and make millions. He said, I could do movies and all of this with this affirmation, y'all. I'm talking about Orion, Sabatat, Wusaat, and the Sirius star constellations. I'm talking about beings that lived there. I told you there was Cyrus A, B, and C, and Cyrus C collapsed. I'm giving y'all information that these people had no knowledge of. Now they're stealing my books and my information and putting it on the History Channel, acting like they're creating it. This is what Baba said to me. He said, but I want y'all to work together. I want to show y'all that we could do it together. So that way, all the books that we have are from the hands of our own race. Baba had his office set up, publications. He had a mailroom set up. He had a printing room set up. He had all of that. He had security outside. And it wasn't like we was a cult, because the doors was open. You could leave anytime you want. You could come and go as you please. When I left the community, I walked out the door. The only person that was standing there that was looking at me like I was crazy was the brother that gave me my shahada. He was looking at me like, what are you doing? Like, no. And I left, and that was the biggest mistake I made in my life. Let me explain something to you all that you all have to know. And this is what I know to be a fact. And I'm only telling you from experience. The master teacher said, and this is coming from him, and it's in the What and Where is Hell book. It's a yellow book with red writing on it, and it says What and Where is Hell. If you get your hands on that book and read it, you'll confirm that what I'm saying to be is true. The master teacher said that when you're walking with him, there's a warp. You can't see it, right? But there's a warp that counts you in amongst the righteous. So now when you're in, you're counted amongst the righteous. You're in, right? What happens is when you leave, you step outside of that warp and you go out into the dunya, or what they call the world, right? You go out into the world where broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. You're gone. And when you leave, a hexagram light lights up across the planet, and 7 demons are assigned to you. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, 7. He said, be in the world, but not of it. Right. Phase 1. Don't be of the world. And what happens is when that light goes across the planet, 7 demons are assigned to you. Now, let me tell you what happened to me when I left the community back then. When I left the community, when I went to my brother's house, I was going to my brother's house because my mother's phone number had changed, or she moved. She moved from Brooklyn to the Bronx. When I got to the gates of my brother's house, there was a brother. I got on a train, and there was a brother that saw me and said, sister, what you doing out? Because the sisters, we always traveled in pairs. He said, sister, what you doing out here by yourself like this? I said, I left. And I started crying, and I pulled my veil down because I had the veil over my face, and it was getting wet from me crying. He said, what happened? I was like, they're being mean to me. I was crying. And he said, wait with me. He said, I'm waiting for a customer, and then I'm going to take you where you going? I said, I'm going to my brother's house. So the brother escorted me to my brother's house. And when I got there, y'all, I swear on my life, there was an evil black dog waiting for me, and it was growling. And I said, oh, it was so evil. Now, in that What and Where's Hell book, Baba talks about Jan, who is the vice master of the jinn. He comes in the form of black dogs. And that's why Baba said he don't have dogs around him. He said because dogs have the nature of the jinn. And it's true. They're sneaky and they're evil. I don't like dogs. I don't care how cute and little they are. I never like dogs. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some dogs that are protectors, and I like that nature in that dog, but I'm not going to have no dog in my freaking crib or around me or in my house, okay? But now check this out. The dog was growling, and it was something even inside of it. It was like watching a horror movie. And I ran, and the brother said, go ahead, Tabitjet. I mean, Kuratu Ain. He said, go ahead in. I said, no. I said, no, it's look at it. He said, go ahead, it can't touch you. I said, no. Yo, I ran inside the gate because my mother had bought a condo in the Bronx, and my brother was living in my mother's house. It was and his wife, they got married and they took over the house. And I opened up the gate and I ran inside. And when I got upstairs, y'all, I was so freaking scared. I didn't want the brother to leave. I said, don't leave. He said, I can't, I gotta go. He said, I stand guard tonight. He said, I gotta relieve the brother from guard. And I said, I'm scared. He said, listen, I'll come back on such and such date and I'll meet up with you. He said, you got to get back home. I said, yeah. And he started talking about Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. He said, remember when the witch tried to touch her shoes? What happened? I said, I don't know. I didn't want to hear none of that. And I was just scared. That freaking dog. And then when I looked out the window, it was gone. But y'all, I'm telling you right now that this journey that we are embarking upon is very serious. And the things that I'm telling you are very real. And it's to help you so that you won't be fooled. And it's also to expose the people that are part of this conspiracy. Okay? And Uma York is a part of it. She hated, and she still try to act like she love her father. She hates him. It's all a front. Okay? It's a front to take the attention off of me so that y'all could watch her. The young elder, now he's popping up with this Empress lady. She's not Sabine, and they don't want to go to Africa. But Baba said, we're going to Africa. He said, don't jump ahead of the gun and go now because you're going to die if you go there. Every one of them that was in Africa, they all got malaria, including Duswa. They all got malaria. The girl that was down there with Duswa named Diamond, she had it, and her daughter. They both got malaria. And Baba told them all to get out. And they still there. You understand what I'm saying, y'all? This mission is serious. And I've seen a lot, okay? And some of these people that I'm talking about are not human. And a lot of them, they practice witchcraft. They practice sorcery. They practice voodoo, bad voodoo. They practice evilness. They work with candles. They work with pots. They work with all this stuff, and they say, I'm calling my ancestors. So go ahead and call your ancestors. But if things ain't going right in your life, what are you casting spells for? The spell of Lawi Tenenu. Baba said it was a spell of Kingu. How do you think they did this? They cast a spell. They used women, witches, witchcraft of old Mesopotamia. And so we are incarnated beings. So who do you think these people are? Baba said Jacob York is a demon. Baba called Damien Alvin Pryor, he's a demon. Baba calls him the Omen. Why would he call him that? What y'all think we dealing with? And why every time they got their Facebook page or whatever, they got all these pictures of Baba. Come on, man. That's crazy. You understand? I love the master teacher, but I'm not going to keep posting him all the time. Whatever I'm inspired by, I do it. I'm not going to have all these pictures and all that. Come on, man. That's just ridiculous. You understand? I study in the privacy of my home. I am a student of the master teacher, but I'm not y'all teacher. I don't want to be a teacher. I don't want to be a leader. My channel is to tell y'all about what happened. I'm not trying to gain followers and all of this. I'm exposing people. And at the same time, I would like the support from those who care. That's all, And like I said, if you don't want to, it's your money. Do what you want to do. But like I said, Baba said the God that these evil people serve is Juno. Laugh now and cry later. You will be crying. Look at Puff Daddy. Look at all these people that was in charge of Baba's life. Where they at now? Living sad lives. Gone, broke, poor, sad. Curses on them for messing with the life of a pharaoh. It is written in the scrolls that the master teacher would be here. And I heard somebody tell me, I don't know that young boy's name. I think he calls himself Sunra or Ra's son. And he was upset that I put his picture on my wall. I don't know you, young man, but I put your picture up there because you're dressing and walking around with LifeWave. And LifeWave don't walk with us. He's a sorcerer. He's an evil person, okay? And he's vindictive, and I don't like him. And like I said, my personal experience with people is my personal experience. You can't tell me, put it this way. When I was in school, I stayed out of gossip and drama. Because in New York, especially in Brooklyn, niggas coming to see you, okay? And my thing is this. If I like a person, or if you like a person, let's say some of y'all are friends with LifeWave. Oh, I like him, man. He's a good brother. Yeah, he's a good brother to you. He's good to you. You get along with him. That doesn't mean that that's how he treats you, that's how he treats me. You understand? As people say, oh, I like Sakina. Nobody can't tell me nothing about Sakina. Yet that's you like Sakina, and that's how they treat you. That's not how they treat me. Okay? So just because you like a person and you get along with a person doesn't mean that I have to like them because you like them. That's not fair. That's not true, and that's not honest. All right? So just like parents have their favorite children and people that they love, the ancestors are the same way. They have their favorites and people that they favor for whatever reason. Like Baba said, the more you know, the bigger the responsibility. So because I know all of this, it's my responsibility to tell y'all what happened and what they did. I'm not trying to gain followers. I don't want to be a teacher. I don't want to be a leader. Baba said it's always those that want to be, that won't be, and those that don't want to be, that will be. And Mother Nature picks who they want. All right? I love my life. Okay? I love living alone. I don't like having people in and out of my refrigerator, farting on my couch, using my bathroom. I come from a very big family. So I enjoy my privacy and being alone and putting things down and coming back and it's still there. All right? I come from a big family and some of them are trifling, scandalous, dangerous. All right? So with that, I just want to say that, I have to expose these people, y'all. I have to do this. It's only right that I expose to you all and tell y'all who's behind this. And like I said, next up is Shalimar. And don't worry, I'm getting them one by one. Carla Thomas, she getting it. Dale Elaine Brown, she getting it. Her daughter, Fatima York, she getting it. All of them. All of them that I know, that I was around, they gonna get it. Jacob York is a sick individual. Why he don't have children? I know why I don't have children, because I'm celibate. But why this nigga don't got kids? He's a down low homosexual. He was raping young boys in the community, and the math teacher kicked him out. He had to go. And there's some people who you say expose yourself with that sword being set the wrong way. No, my sword is the right way. Wicked, Sharpenel. Anyway, Jacob York was molesting young boys, okay? When he lived inside the community, and there were others that were doing it, so was Damian Pryor. And I feel sad for those children that were victim to what he did. You understand? And for your information, you see in the sword, the camera's backwards. So you can't even see how my sword is. But anyway, it's my house, and I put things in my house how I want it. You don't like it, get off my channel. So Jacob York was molesting children in the community. You understand? And Dr. Melikazi York found out about it and kicked him out. Okay? And so was Damian Pryor. He was doing it as well. They were doing it to young girls and young boys. And, they'll get theirs. And those people that were touched by them, molested by them, I don't know. Maybe they need to come forth and tell the truth about what he did. You understand? Because he could write a check and they could get paid too. Because Puff Daddy had to pay that girl for all the stuff he made her do while she was with him. You understand? And so All those people that was molested by Jacob York and that was a witness to this, they need to step up. Write a statement. Go to the FBI and tell them what happened to you. You understand? Expose these people. Stop being a punk. That's why I love the way Cat Williams did that on Club Shay Shay, man. He kept it real. He wasn't afraid to say nothing. And what happened? What they try to do? Lock him up shortly after. It's like, come on, man. This is time to keep it real and for people to come forth and tell the truth about these monsters walking around us, acting like they so good. Like that man that calls himself Dr. Atun, he working in a school. This nigga's a school teacher. You working around 6th graders. And you a sorcerer. Teacher by day and sorcerer by night. And you keep on reaching out to people to trying to find out where I'm at. Mind your freaking business. And worry about your family and your life and your wife and your son. Worry about them. Because you got a debt to pay, my brother. Let me explain something to you all. And then I'm going to end this call. Right. The reason why I don't let people in my house here, because they nosy, man. Worry about your roach-infested apartment. A lot of these people in this tribe, they got roaches. They live nasty. They keep dishes in their sink. They don't make up their bed. They living in bad conditions, and they always got something to say, you know? Anyway, check this out, right? What was I getting ready to tell y'all? And I said, then I'm going to end this. What was I going to say, Nafir Ba? Nafir Ba, what was I getting ready to say? I was going to talk about something. I forgot, though. Oh, speak on voodoo. No, okay, this is what it is. Okay, so voodoo is similar to our chanting, right? Because you're invoking protection through the words of the ancestors, right? So now because in voodoo, when you go to a voodoo priest, or if you could go to YouTube and look this up, they start shaking a cup. They calling on the spirit. They calling on the spirit. They calling the spirit. Sometimes they smoke a cigarette and they drink alcohol to open themselves up so that spirit could come inside of them, right? Once the spirit comes, they begin to talk, right? And they start telling you about who's who, what's what, blah, 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 what happened to you, blah, 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 and what needs to be done to cure it, right? And that voodoo priest or that spirit may be because you got fire, water, air, and the wind, right? And those elements, spirits come from different categories and different families, just like I got a family. My family is bad. I'm being honest. Like my family, my mother I love my mother, but she ain't a nice person. Like, you don't want to get on her bad side, you know? And my mother's from a country called Dominica. They do voodoo there, you know? And I've seen my mother do things that were not nice, okay? And so that's bad things. That's bad things to do to people. Oh, this is what I was going to tell y'all about voodoo. Karma and debtness. Now, let me explain something to you, and then I'm going to get back to the voodoo. No, let me do the voodoo first, then I'll talk about Nafir Ba. Remember karma and debtness. Remember that word for me. So now what happens with voodoo is the spirits come and they ask for things or favors, right? For you to do this and do that, or money or whatever, for them to do things in the spirit world with. And then you have witchcraft, which is sorcery. These are people that come to voodoo priests to have people killed. These are people that come to voodoo priests to have people break up families. These are people that come to voodoo priests to have a woman have a miscarriage. These are people that come to do voodoo for bad things. That is sorcery, that is wickedness, and that is evil. And you have the people that have had witchcraft done to them, and they come to voodoo priests to have it removed or to send it back to the sender. You understand? So we do not practice voodoo. We do not practice sorcery or any of that. What we do is we call on our ancestors so that those spirits that are on the other side, through the chanting, you don't need the thing to shake and bring them. These are my bracelets I'm shaking. You don't need that thing to shake to bring the spirits. You call on the ancestors and with the chanting, you bring them, you conjure them up and ask for the help, and they guide you. You see? So that's what makes us animists, is that we reaching out to our ancestors to say, hey, what do I need to do? I'm having this problem. This happened to me. That happened to me. Help me, please help me. And they help. And the master teacher said that the ancestors were complaining to him and said, look, man, they didn't say it like that, but I'm just, figure of speech, paraphrasing. Baba said, they're saying, look, man, you asked us, we're here and they're not calling us. Baba said, we're here. And Baba said, they're offended that you all are not calling on them when you need help. Don't call me when you got a problem. Call on your ancestors. Stop calling me about your problems and do the chanting and call on your ancestors to help you resolve a situation. You can call me if you need to talk. I don't mind, but I'm not going to spend too much time on the phone. I got my own life. You understand? And I'm taking time out of my day to day to tell you all this. Now, let me say this. The master teacher said there are only 15 hours in a day now. He said the Natharu took 9 hours out of our clock because if they did not do that, we would not make it. So now we only have 15 hours left in the clock. And so phase 1, if you're still listening, you can tell the people that you talk to. That's why time seems like it's so fast, because 9 hours is missing out of the clock. 9 hours is out of the clock. So now we only have 15 hours in a day. So if you want to get things done, you have to get up really early in the morning to make your day last longer, because we only have 15 hours in a day. And that's why it seemed like, dog, today Friday already? It just seemed like Sunday just passed. Seemed like it was just 2 days ago I did the update on Care. Now, let me explain something to you about karma and debtness. When you are doing evil things to people, you get a bill in the spirit world, a bill that you have to pay, okay? And you have to pay this bill spiritually, okay? So what happens is somebody like these people that did these things to me and these people that did all these horrible things to the master teacher, they have a bill to pay. It's a debt and it's a bill to karma. And so what you don't want to do is have all these freaking bills that you have to pay to karma. So it's called karma indebtedness, to be in debt to karma. You are going to pay. If you don't pay for it now, you will pay for it later in the spirit world. Now there's a ghost story about a man who was friends with this dude who was bad. And when he died, he called him on the phone and asked him to help him. And he was screaming and crying, saying, help me, help me. He said, I got away. He said, I was able to make this call, but they going to come back and get me. He said, I don't want to go there, no. And he said he heard his friend screaming, saying, no, I don't want to go there. Trust me, you're going there. All of you niggas who are part of this conspiracy, whether spiritually, mentally, or any kind of way, you're hating on me and you're jealous and you're upset and you're angry that you're not a part of the master teacher's future. You have a debt to karma to pay. If I was you, I would just leave. Go out there in the world and live your life instead of staying around trying to making a hindrance to people's spiritual growth. Because each time you do something, you have a debt that you have to pay. You all also have to remember what Baba said to my friend when she was on Tamaray and she was rolling with a clique of people. He said, listen, you are rolling with people whose destination, who has a destination to hell. And you walking with them, laughing with them, slapping fire with them, eating with them, breaking bread with them. That's my homie. But they have a destination to hell and you're walking with them. It's best to walk alone. And no, it ain't going to be no unity until the master teacher's free. Because when the shepherd is gone, the sheep, when the shepherd is gone, the sheep scatter. And that's just the reality. All right. Now, again, I want to say to that brother called Sunra, someone told me you said you think that you may be one of the gatekeepers. If you are, that isn't something that you're going to say to people. Keep that to yourself. Take off all that costume and all them piercings. If y'all want to know how to dress, look through the holy tablets. We do not dress like that. We do not wear feathers. These are things that are given to these Native American people for spiritual reasons. Get off of that. We're Africans, we're Egyptians, and we're going to Africa. All right? So anyway, I'm going to get off this channel, and I wish you all a good day. Sunra, take all that stuff off your face, brother. Take all them piercings off. Put on plain clothes. Read our doctrine. Pray and chant. And stay away from all of these people. You know, walk alone or walk with people that you see that are walking right, that are living right. You understand? I didn't mean to put you up there. I don't think you're a bad person. I don't know you. I look at your face and I said, man, he's a very calm person, very, warm-spirited person. And sometimes people can see people like you. You mean jeans? No, we don't wear jeans. Just get you some cotton slacks or some linen slacks, brother, and dress respectful. That's all. All that extra stuff, you don't need all of that. You speak the language. That's wonderful. But what I'm saying to you is people like you have to be careful because people will see you and get jealous and try to turn you over to the devil. You thinking they your family or they care about you, whatever, and they not. Take all that stuff off. Look, like I said, look in the holy tablets for hairstyles. Take all them piercings off your body, brother. We don't have all these piercings at all. That's not how we dress. You look at Uzi Vert and all these some of them are from other planets. Baba said they're from the planet Saturn, that ring around the planet Saturn called Titan. And Baba said that in the end of times that they would be here and they would be wearing your hair like that and dressing like that a style. They will make a style out of it so that way you won't know the real ones from people emulating them. So that's why I put you on my wall, because I'm like, what is this? Why are y'all dressing like this? And why aren't people in the tribe saying anything to y'all? Because they want y'all to look like clowns. They want y'all to look funny and weird. They don't want you all to be prepared when the master come out, because they're not a part of his future. They're not. Some of you are part of the future. Some of you are golden children. Some of you are star children. Some of you are not from here. And you need to keep your face in the books. You need to chant and pray and be guided. And stay away from all these fake people claiming that they're this and they're that. All right? Yeah, so y'all read that Man from the Planet Risk book. Y'all see these people going live. Get their information. Y'all see certain brothers that know the doctrine. Y'all could reach out to them and ask them questions if you want to know. You understand? Like I said again, my channel is to expose the people that did this to Dr. Malachi Z. York. That is what my channel is about. Ashanti Zulu 144 is about exposing the devils that did this to the master teacher. This was wrong. He's in prison based on lies. They schemed and they lied and they did satanic rituals and did all types of stuff against him. And so now he needs those who care about him to pray for his safe return. Get yourself ready and prepare for his return as if you know he's going to return. All right? I'm going to end this live, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. And thank you, Phase 1. Y'all have a wonderful day. Rahubat Khalil Green. Rahubat Mustafa Workman. Rahubat Shan Ni. Life Wave. He is Life Wave friend. They hang together. Yeah, stop clicking up with these people. Making mine now, linen, black and white. Look, this is what you do. You can wear any color you want. Just wear plain. Look, get you a plain linen shirt, plain linen pants. That's it. All that. You want to take our symbols and put it on there, you can do that. But all that other stuff, get out of that. You know, some of these things, you don't know what, y'all are tapping into things that are not for us. You want to, Baba said the AEO came back to me, invited me to the Black Lodge. And another thing I want to tell y'all, that Satanic Lodge, Baba told the brothers to get out of that. And the OES, he told them to close those chapters down. And I got something that I'm going to read when I do the update on Prince York and his mother. When I do that one, I'm going to read to you what Baba said about OES and what he said about the Blue Lodge. He said that they're trying to turn it, they're trying to destroy Nawapians and Nawapu through that. So y'all get out of that. AEO, right? The ancient Egyptian order. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all got spiritual powers. Use it through our chanting and through our way of life and become gods again. You understand? Let me see. How don't I dress respectful? Oh, I was just saying, like, you got some pictures with your shirt off, with all these marks all over you and all these feathers and stuff. That's not our way of life. That's not the dress of a Sabian brother. Get with the brother Kafre. He will tell you how to dress. The brother dressed nice. He dressed his behind off. You want to learn what to wear? Get with that brother and wear our stuff. That's what I said, brother. And you speak the language. That's a wonderful thing that you speak the language. So if you speak the language, then that means that you're not going to be on their radar. All I know, that green light got my peoples on some other type. That is right. That's why I roll solo. Okay, me too. Their souls are already in hell. It's true. Phase 1. Rahubat Zamotat Samuel Tai. Rahubat. My book, X marks the spot on my mother. Yes, went fast. Okay. That's it, family. Anybody got any questions before I hang up? You said you're not Sabian? So why you read our language then? What are you? You not Sabian? Somebody said I'm a rock star. You a rock star? Oh, okay. What do? You sing? I don't know, brother. But like I said, that's why I put you up on our wall. Because you representing our tribe. If you're not Sabian, then you don't need to represent our tribe at all. You always saying, if you're a rock star, I don't know what you sing. I haven't heard your music. And for the record, I don't listen to rap. I'm 57 years old. I don't listen to rap. I like the old school hip hop, dot. I like that music. The master teacher said rap music was created to get our brothers from selling drugs and to get our people off the crack. Ancestors gave that to the people because Ronald Reagan and his wife put crack in our neighborhoods. And Baba said that when Ronald Reagan, I moved in a community when Ronald Reagan and his wife was the president and the first lady of this country. And the master teacher said Ronald Reagan and his wife, they put crack in our communities to get rich, to make money off of us. And Baba said the movie The Exorcist was about Ronald Reagan. And he made worshiping Satan a religion. He was the one who passed that bill. Okay? And so what they did was they created rap to get our people off the crack. And so what happened was a lot of our brothers started becoming rappers. Like 50 Cent, he used to sell drugs. I don't know those other rappers that were drug dealers. A lot of them was drug dealers, and now they got a business where they could get us off the drugs. You know what I'm saying? To get our people off the crack, and it worked like magic. It got our people off the crack. You know what I'm saying? And it got our people, our men. Now they got their jewelry around their neck. They got their money. And yeah, a lot of them sell their soul to the devil. But guess what? At least they ain't on the street selling crack. Because if you're doing that, you still selling your soul to the devil either way. So the ancestors said, let's create something to get our people off the street. And so then they started making the men pimps and the women hoes. You know what I'm saying? And that's just sad. You see our women taking off their clothes on the internet. It's like, God, dog, man, why y'all feel like y'all gotta take your clothes off? You know, they're not giving anyone anything to their imagination. And our men are like pimps and the women are like hoes, and they gotta show their body off and do all of this, and it's just sad. So anyway, I'm gonna end this live, y'all. I didn't eat yet all day. I'm gonna go hit the treadmill. I'm gonna hit the gym, bust out my crunches, get my stomach flat. Y'all get ready for the Master Teacher's return, because he will be here. Thank you for your time. And as I said again, I'm not here to be a leader. I don't need anybody following me, but I would like for you to subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and thanks you for tuning in. There will be more. And you just stay away from these people, and y'all sit back and watch them, and don't be a victim to their circumstances, okay? Because the Master Teacher's been incarcerated for 22 years, so they can't say, oh, I know him, oh, I'm this with him, and I'm that. Oh, please, that was 30-something years ago, okay? He's been in there for how long? Y'all don't have that connection with him anymore. So stop lying to everybody. His new followers are the people that are coming up now, the new generation, the young people and the elders and all the people that are coming back on board. Those who left and came back, and those who are here now praying for his safe return. Those are his true followers, not these niggas, okay? They turned on him. They left him in prison to die, all right? So y'all don't suck up to these people. And y'all have a wonderful day, okay? And enjoy your weekend. Wadu.